Hey everyone, this is Mrs. Rondo. I am going to walk us through how to do a construction like we did in GeoGebra, but here on DeltaMath. So the directions: use a compass and straight edge to construct a line through point V that is parallel to the line shown. Your final answer should be exactly one blue line. So we're going to see if we can do this. If you remember from GeoGebra, our first task is we put a point on the line and then on the line we were given, and then we created a line, a reference line that went through the parallel line. So in DeltaMath, you're going to start with creating that line. You notice there's no point tool, so we're going to go straight to the line. And in order to do that, we're going to click on, our starting point is going to be the original line. So I'm going to click and hold. You have to click and hold and then drag down to this point. So you have to drag until you get to the point you want. You want to line it up with V and then release. Okay. So then that gives you your reference line. Then we're going to be using this point here, the point of intersection, and point V. So those are going to be the points where I measure my radius like we did in GeoGebra, but here it's going to be, we're going to use our compass tool. So I'm going to go to compass, and it says click and drag to draw a circle. So I'm going to click my center point and I'm going to drag. So I don't release it when I click. I click and hold and then drag to create a circle. You can create any size circle you want. I would suggest doing a relatively small one. And I want that point that follows my mouse. I want to put it on the line. So I'm going to click and drag. Just, it's similar to GeoGebra, but it looks a little different. Then it's going to give you a circle like this. And we're not going to follow the directions up there so much. We're going to draw an arc. Now you can draw the whole circle like we did in GeoGebra, or you can just draw basically the angle. So I'm going to pretty much just draw the angle. So I press and hold to draw my angle, and I can come back and draw more if I want. And then, or I can undo if I don't like what I've drawn. That's good. So then I'm going to grab the center of this and I'm going to copy it over by just grabbing, click and hold and drag over to V. And then I'm going to once again draw that same kind of arc, nice and big. And my goal, of course, is to end up being able to make my parallel line. So I'm drawing matchy angles. Then I'm going to go back and click my compass tool because now I need a new compass, new measurement. The next measurement, clicking my compass tool again, is going to be to go from the point where my arc crosses the line. I'm going to measure that to the point where the arc crosses the other line. So I want to find out how far away are these 2 points. Okay, so again, I'm going to grab my compass tool. I'm going to click here. Click and drag till I get to there. And then I'm going to draw a nice little arc right here, because this is the distance I'm measuring. It was from the center to that point. So that's where I'm going to draw my arc. Okay, so I'm going to move this. I'm going to copy it over and center it, not at V, but above, because remember, we want to do matchy. So it was centered above the intersection of the 2 lines. So I'm going to go above V right up here. And it's a little harder because not all these points are labeled, but I was on the arc. So I'm going to move to on the arc again. And then I'm going to trace my line just like I have down there through that point. And that's the point I'm going to end up using to make my parallel lines. So once I have that, then I'm going to get rid of my compass. So I'm going to click compass. I don't want it anymore. And then I'm going to use a line. Now, when I use my line tool, I'm going to click and drag. So I click V and drag it to the other point. And that blue line is now my answer. So this is parallel lines in how to construct parallel lines in, not Desmos, in DeltaMath. Awesome. Good job, guys.